This is the 2019 W MS64 Early Find Lowell Historic Park quarter. 2 flex pay of $44.98. Your total is $89.95.
People were asking me, what does the Lowell mean? Okay, Lowell is just this quarter. The United States government has been making national parks quarters since 2000 and was that 2011, okay, is what they've been, or not 2010, my mistake. 2010 they've been, and that's what the Lowell NP, Lowell National Parks is what that means. So in 2019, they're releasing the 5 national park quarters this year. Yeah. You got the Lowell, Massachusetts. You got the San Antonio Missions. I think there's the War in the Pacific, Northern Mariana Islands. I think the Guam coin's coming out this year. So the 5 quarters from this year. Now, normally a regular Massachusetts quarter is not particularly, I don't know, it's not particularly noteworthy. But this one's tremendously noteworthy. See where it says early find? People are going, what's early find? I want to take you to right here, that W mint mark. The United States government's kind of going a little crazy on the W's this year, okay?
Right.
They've never made a West Point minute quarter before.
They've never made, just like with the penny?
All Philadelphia's, all Denver mints, they release them into circulation. The S mints are all the proofs. That's just the way it is. Never made a West Point minute one. So they made a West Point minute coin this year. The amazing part is how you get this coin. You can't buy it from the government. There's only one way to get it. You gotta look in your change. They released it into circulation. They made a special, phenomenally, incredibly limited edition treasure hunt coin to get people to start looking at their coins again, and they released it with the West Point Mint into your chain.
So you're not gonna get any 70s or 69s?
No.
Or 68s or
there's
anything.
no 68s, 69s, there's no 70s. In PCGS, there's a couple of 67s. They sell for $2,500.
Oh.
Okay, in 67.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, the 66s.
So check your change,
yeah,
folks.
I think we had a couple. I think I might have a couple 66s on hsn.com for like $249 in PCGS. Okay, which is a pretty good price. And early find. Early find means it has to have been found in the first 30 days that they released these coins. So the United States government made these West Point minute quarters. They don't sell them, they don't come in mint sets, they don't come in proof sets, you can't buy them individually. The only way you can do is you gotta look through your change and you gotta find them.
So did somebody look through their change, find them?
That's exactly what happened. That's how we got these. We got a batch of these coins because someone bought what they call a ballistic bag of quarters.
What is that?
$50,000 worth of quarters in a big, huge metal crate that comes right from the Federal Reserve.
Don't tell me they went through each one.
They went through every single solitary coin and got...
I need a pot of coffee to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, we found it.
Yeah, there we go, 249. Yeah, there's 249,
there it is, yeah.
There's the 66. And once again, early find, Lowell, and that stands for Lowell National Park. So 66, I don't have the 67s. I got 0 67s. We had about... I think 200 coins is what we got. Between this guy got about 100 out of those 50,000.
Out of 50,000?
Out of 50,000.
You found 100.
Now here's the thing. Look in your quarters, and it's only the Lowells, right? Only the 2019 coins are gonna be W's. Look for the W. If you find one, I don't care if it's even XF, if it's beat up in your change, the W quarters are worth a minimum of $20. It's just 20 bucks if you find one. It's like finding $20 bills in your change. And that was the point of the United States government. That's what they were trying to do. So this is one of those coins that was found. So in other words, I can't go to the mint and say, hey, give me 100 of those or 1,000 of those. You gotta get them. You gotta get them from...
laundromats across America.
That's right, exactly. Wherever you get your quarters. Because they wanted people to start going through quarters and starting to do that kind of stuff again. And so that's where this comes from, and that's what this is about. So it's absolutely, positively spectacular. And like I said, so it's early find. And what they did is they released these, in essence, in conjunction with the United States, the great national treasure hunt. And so what we did is for National Coin Week this year, a bunch of dealers got together, any dealer that wanted to, and we participated, and we took a bunch of old, valuable coins and just put them into circulation to get people to start looking through their change again. So we put a bunch of old wheat pennies in there, some nice wheat pennies, some stuff worth 10, 15, 20 bucks out there. We put some Buffalo nickels out there. We put some Mercury dimes, just put it into circulation. We just spent them. We had, some of the people that work for us just go out and spent them. you know, to just have people start looking through their change. And there's guys that put seated dimes in there, really cool stuff. And the government did this. I'd like to think that it's in response to about a year and a half ago, they had a symposium with a very select group of folks. And they said, you know, how can we make coin collecting interesting again? Well, let's do something in circulation that people can find, makes it interesting again. And I don't know if they did it because we said it, but they ended up doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and it's not like they were, I don't know if they were thinking of it ahead of time or whatever it was. But like I said, I'd like to think that we spurred them to do something really cool like this. And the early fine adds significantly to the value. Because the United States government, of all the WMints they released, and it's a 1/10 or 100th of 1% of all the coins. I think it's 1 in 10,000 or 1 in 7,000 or West Point Minute. Early find has to be the first 30 days. So that's going to be 1% of that 100th of a percent.
And they're going to be in better shape.
And they're going to be in better shape because they've not been circulating real heavily yet. So I've got a real limited quantity of these at $89.95 in PCGS. Early find, big deal. Mint state 64, so that's choice, brilliant, uncirculated condition.
I have a question. Is there a machine that guy could have, you know, had the quarters go through?
Well, you have to have an optical scanner on it because all you're looking for is a little itty bitty W right here.
He had to by hand, like put it under a microscope and like look at each one individually.
And we do a lot of quarters. You know, we do a lot of quarters for our rolls and all that other stuff. So we had 20 people, 20 of our employees go through. We had those ballistics. We found zero.
Really?
We found zero in ours. We had I don't know, what did we go through? 125,000 quarters. We found zero. Okay, in the ones that we look through. So, you know, you do that math any way you want to do that. So, I mean, that didn't work out as well as we'd hoped. Because we spent literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars in wages. Because that's
you have to pay people to do that. That's not an easy gig.
They're looking for this W or West Point Mint mark. Absolutely spectacular opportunity for you to pick this up. Great, great, great deal right there.
All right, brand new, great story, treasure hunt. Item number 674756. Don't forget about that 2 FlexPay with any major credit card, 3 FlexPay with the HSN card, and you do get your coin shipped with your first payment. Very cool. It's a great story too. So we're kind of coming to the end of our first hour. We have a whole other hour of coins here at HSN with our resident numismatist, Mr. Mike Mizak. So if you're just tuning in, welcome. We're going to continue on with an exciting collection. This